Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews, and today is the final toy review of the year. It's not the final video, there's still one more video to do after this, but this is the final toy review of the year, and oh boy, it's one that I've been looking forward to for a while. So the hand paws need to come off again, like last video, and it is Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, we have the full wave of the first wave of the new Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy's figures. So we have Mangle, who's still in the box, and we have Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, and Toy Bonnie. These ones I have already opened purely just because I was running out of space for box items on the shopping trip that I bought them from. But I know that Mangle comes in a few different pieces. Like Mangle is not put together in the box. Mangle is in pieces from what I've seen. So it was best that I kept Mangle in the box. But all the others have already been opened. Anyway, let's head on over to the review table and crack Mangle out of his packaging, shall we? Okay, so here we are. Here's the gang, and I'm gonna put Mangle off to the side, and also these two, and we're gonna start with Freddy, because Freddy is I'm not gonna say it, obviously. Freddy is unfortunately my least favorite figure in the set. I'm not a fan of the Freddy figure, but he still looks nice. He just kind of look a little bit high with the way his eyes have been done, but you know, it's not that bad. He's like the fat controller. When Thomas the Tank Engine is the fat controller at the moment. But yeah, nice detailing on them. Not much in terms of molded detail except on the hands. The hands seem to have like the most sculpted detail, and the feet kind of do as well, but most of it is like in the painted detail, which I really like. There's no articulation in the head whatsoever because these are tied up to the action feature, the jump scare feature, which I'll do now. So you press the button on the back and woof. It kind of just looks like Freddy wants to give you a big hug. Hey guys, give me a hug. But the arms can actually articulate past the, you know, just outside of the action feature, so you can go up and down. You've got the elbow joint as well, and the hands can rotate and are on hinges, so you can kind of do it where if you position the arms well enough, then you know you can do a little bit more of a jump scary looking look, which is cool. The actual arms themselves can rotate forward and backwards outside of the action feature. You just have to hold the other arm still to pose it. But I don't really like doing it because I feel like it's stressing the plastic. And I don't like stressing the plastic on these things. Because one of the other figures already has plastic stress, and just from me moving it like that, and I don't want to do that. Legs, there's no waist joint either, unfortunately. But legs can go pretty much all over the place because they're on like a ball joint that can also drop down, so you have even more range of movement. You've got a slight bend in the knee. I'm gonna try it with the other leg. There we go. So you've got a slight bend in the knee. And then you've also got the foot. That sounds like my back in the morning. Hold on. Yeah, that sounds like my back in the morning. So anyway, that is Toy Freddy. Not my favourite in the set, which is why I am starting with him, just to get him out of the way. But Freddy, you can go over there. Lie down. Up next is Chica. Now, Toy Chica is actually a pretty decent figure. Articulation is exactly the same as Freddy. And the jump scare feature is exactly the same as well, so... I like that her beak opens. That is cool. So once again, no articulation in the head or the waist, but arms can go all the way up. They can do a full 360 as well, but I'm not, once again, not doing it. Elbows, and you've got your wrists as well, and they're on swivels, which is neat. Legs, once again, go forward that far, backwards not so much. Drop the swivel, drop the hinge down, and they can go back a lot further. She can do the splits. Knees, I believe, I feel like the knees have a better, there we go. Knee bend, not as good. And then we've got the foot bend as well, which once again is also not as good. So, same articulation, but more limited. For some reason. Even though she's skinnier than Freddy. I don't know why her articulation seems to be more limited. But then we've got Bonnie, which out of the 3 of these ones, has the best articulation, best range of movement. And then jump scare. I feel like his jump scare works the best as well because his mouth opens pretty wide. So yeah, out of these 3, Toy Bonnie is my favourite one. I mean, the action feature of mine's a bit sticky, but overall it just works best. And you got his little tail, which comes off. So I have a feeling buying them secondhand from kids, the tail is going to be lost on a lot of Bonnies. So arms all the way up and down, elbows and hands. The top half is exactly the same as Toy Chica basically, but it's the legs where Toy Bonnie excels. So legs all the way forward, well actually all the way back, and not so much on the forward. It's the knee bend where Bonnie excels, because look at that knee bend. That is way better than Chica and Freddy. And then you've got the foot as well. It's the foot articulation on my Bonnie that doesn't really want to do it. That's got the plastic stress. And also just the shoulders from rotating them outside of the action feature. That's given some of them plastic stress. So anyway, that was Toy Bonnie. By far my favourite of these jump scare figures. But that could all change when I open Mangle. So, this is what the packaging looks like. So we've got all of the, you know, battery usage and the cameras and stuff on the bottom. These guys do all have glow-in-the-dark eyes. I don't have any way of showing you them, but if you look at other reviews floating around YouTube, they pretty much all do a good job of showing it. So anyway, there we go. I did get Mangle from HMV here in the UK. Mangle was actually the hardest to track down, and HMV is sometimes known for overpricing things, but $9.99 is the retail price, so I was happy to buy it. Mangle from HMV. These ones I got all of these 3 from Smith's Toys. Let's break Mangle out. Now, I know Mangle comes in... Oh, I forgot Mangle. There's cable ties. I think there's only the one on the body. I think it's just the one cable tie. I'm not seeing any others. But yeah, Mangle is in pieces. Which I find is kind of funny. Oh no, there's another cable tie. I found another one. Just for those limbs. There we go. So here is Mangle. So let's put him together, shall we? I'm going to get the box back, because I'm going to do it in just the orientation that it is on the box, just so it's a bit easier. So it looks like this leg is attached here. Oh, wow. These joints are stiff. Right, I'm going to pause it, put him together, or put it together, and then I'll be back. Okay, here's Mangle. This is my interpretation of that image. So I could probably move it a bit more over there, like that. So yeah, this is my interpretation of that. So it's pretty cool. So with Mangle, you can actually take Mangle apart and put it back together in whatever orientation you like. This is very very Frankenstein's monster sort of thing, which is what Mangle pretty much is. The Mangle's head looks really nice. I am really liking this head sculpt for Mangle. Looks really nice. I love the wire coming out, got the eyes. So with this one, this eye glows on the spare endo head, like the spare endo head eye glows, and then this eye glows as well, which is really nice. Both heads do have the jump scare feature. It's a bit awkward to get to, but there we go. It's a bit awkward to get to on this endo head, because it's this little thing here on the back. So, and obviously if the head's like that, you can't really get to it at all. And then with Mangle, it's just the button. So with Mangle, it's just... There we go. So with Mangles looks really nice. I think you can actually take the heads off. Yeah. So I'm going to take the head off just so I can show it you properly with the mouth open. There we go. Open up Mangle's mouth. And then that is the inside of the mouth. So it's just the tongue that's painted. Nothing else is done. But it's really nice. I still like it. There we go. So yeah, everything attaches with ball joints. So all of the spare ball joints you can see, all of these are points where you can attach parts, and they all articulate with the ball joints. The ball joints they're a pain to put on, but they do pop off really easily, which I'm not really a fan of. But otherwise, it's a very good figure. I do like it. Mangle is one of my favourite FNAF characters overall. And this just like... so this way, very, very good figure of Mangle. Let me bring the others in. Let's bring them all back in for a group shot. There we go, and then we got Bonnie. I'll put Bonnie at this side. There we go. So we've got Matt Pat. Matt Pat's here. Megan Fox is here. I don't know who's voicing Freddy or Mangle yet. Mangle's meant to just be radio static, so... radio static. But he has been references. But yeah, Mangle is literally just meant to be radio static from the broken speaker, broken voice box. And we've got Matt Pat, we've got Megan Fox, and I don't know who's voicing Freddy. But anyway, that was that. Very good figures. A bit disappointed with Freddy. Chica's alright, but really happy with Bonnie, and Mangle is really, really cool. Mangle overall, just because it's Mangle. Mangle is actually really hard to find at the moment. I was lucky, I bought the last one, and I have not seen Mangle on the shelf since. So if you're sort of to-ing and fro-ing about these figures, and you find a Mangle on the shelf for retail, buy it. Buy Mangle. I feel like Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica are going to be easy to find, but especially Freddy. But Mangle, definitely buy Mangle on site if you find it, because Mangle is amazing. Anyway, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!